Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee has been at the top of my bucket list ever since I became an enthusiast in 2017. They have 40 rides and attractions in total, but there are only 17 that look worth my time. I'll be doing other stuff in the Pigeon Forge area when I'm in Tennessee, so if you want to see me do a video on that stuff, let me know in the comments. I will either way though. I have to do a few of the mountain coasters in Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. I also want to get the SPF Visa credit, and I'm super excited to go to NASCAR Speed Park. There, I'll get a credit, and there's 8 different go-kart tracks, which are always fun to do with my dad. Also, it's NASCAR themed, so I need some Chase Elliott merch if you know who he is. He's my favorite driver. Also, hopefully I can hike the Smoky Mountains and get some amazing views from there. So I haven't made an announcement video yet. That's because I don't have exact dates, but I pretty much do. Dollywood will probably be June 29th and June 30th. I'm about 95% sure. And the other attractions will most likely be on July 1st and 2nd in the Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area. I'll be driving there literally a day after Carter, aka Millennium Force Man, is there, which sucks, but that's when I can go. We both shared Darien Lake as a home park anyways, so we'll just meet up there. Anyways, so this list is my anticipated attractions at Dollywood. Remember, these aren't what I think the best rides will be. This is just the ones I'm most excited for. I didn't include the water park because I don't know when that's opening. Pretty sure it's opening like with the park, the dry park too, but we'll see what happens. Again, if you know, let me know in the comments section if it is open, but I'm pretty sure it is. I may not want to do the water park anyways, like I said. Depends on the weather, but it's going to be pretty hot, so I might. We'll see. Again. But I don't think that it's included in my pass. So probably not. But whatever. They have 2 water rides in the dry park anyway. Most likely I think I'll pass. Now here's the list. Coming in at the last spot is 17. Here we have Dollywood Express, which I think their only transportation ride is Dollywood Express. I think you can take it from the entrance of the park, and it looks really cool. I hope to get great views of some of the other rides at Dollywood. I also think it's like a real coal thingy or whatever. I don't know what that's called. I'm GP of everything, like other than coasters. Literally everything other than coasters and sports, I'm GP at. So I'm just stupid, I guess. But that's really the only reason to ride this. You get good views and footage of some of the areas in the park. I'd love to try this if I have some time. At number 16, we have Smoky Mountain River Rampage. I've done the one at Magic Kingdom and the one at Cedar Point, so I kind of know what to expect. However, it is a different ride with different views, and I've actually heard it's one of the best of its kind. But the thing that draws me away is the fact that I'm not good at talking to strangers, so it's just kind of awkward on those rides. I still am excited for this ride, if I can get a chance to ride it. I'll have to see if my parents want to ride it. I think they will and should. I love water rides, and if it's hot enough, then I'll definitely do it if it's open. I know I will, either way. And before I move on, I want to mention that I have Bluetooth glasses now, so I'll try to get some POVs of the rides that I can. I think Dollywood actually notices your glasses, plus I'm going to look absolutely ridiculous with the glasses on, with the mask. So don't be surprised if I don't have that many POVs, if any. Now on to 15. So number 15 is a ride in the cool looking country fair section of this park, and this ride is called Dizzy Disc. I think it's manufactured by Zamperla, but don't quote me on that. I've done 2 rides similar to this before, the first one being Mega Vortex at Waldemere, and the other one being Pipe Scream at Cedar Point. These are really fun little rides that I like doing for the fun spinning experience. There's not that much to say about it, I'm just really looking forward to it. At the 14th spot is Great Tree Swing. This one is a pirate ship style ride, and I haven't done one of these in 7 years. That was the one at Darien Lake, and I'm convinced it's been closed ever since. I was at my home park, but I haven't ridden that ride in 7 years. So I have to check this one out. It's new for 2019 and opened in Wildwood Grove, so I need to hit that up while I'm riding Dragonfly. It's pretty much a family scream and swing, but it's a pirate ride, and I loved the one at Darien Lake when it was actually operating. I'll get a POV of this thing for you if you'd like. The 13th spot goes to Whistlepunk Chaser, and I know, this is 12 spots too low. Now, all jokes aside, this is just a kiddie coaster. I'll be getting it for the credit, and then I'll be on my way. When Thunderhead, Mystery Mine, and Dropline are all in the area, I'm not going to hit the kiddie ride up again. Oh, and of course Elrod is in the park, but let's save that for later. I'm more excited to ride the other stuff, but I'm just as excited to get another credit, kind of. At number 12 is Dolly's Home on Wheels. This is a walkthrough attraction, and this is where Dolly Parton traveled, I believe, for 15 years. It'll be really cool to learn about that. I'll try to get it done. It's all about the experience, and even though it's technically not a ride, it's a nice attraction that I know my parents might enjoy. 11 is Blazing Fury. This looks barely like a coaster, but it is. If this was a dark ride, I probably wouldn't do it. It doesn't look that great, but it looks just okay, and it's going to be a one and done for me. It is one of 3 rides in Craftsman's Valley, along with Tennessee Tornado and Daredevil Falls. I'm definitely more excited for the other 2 rides in the area, but I have to ride this to boost my coaster count. Starting the top 10 is Barnstormer. This is an S&S Scream and Swing, and I've done 2 of these. I've done Skyhawk at Cedar Point and Swing Shot at Kennywood. In unpopular opinion, I prefer Swing Shot over Skyhawk, but let's save that for another time. Barnstormer is very well themed, which is pretty much why I'm sure it'll be my favorite Scream and Swing. I'll definitely be checking this one out. It's kind of by itself in the Owens Farm section of the park, and when I say by itself, I mean it's the only thing on this list in that area of the park. So I'll probably give it a go both days I'm there. It looks really fun. Can't wait. At number 9 is Daredevil Falls. I love water rides, and it'll be in the upper 80s and possibly even lower 90s, so I'll definitely want to cool off with this ride. It looks like it's got solid theming, a fantastic drop. I don't think it gets your shoes wet. I'm pretty sure it only gets your upper body wet, but we'll see. I'm super excited to get this a go. Coming in at number 8 is Dragonfly, and the rest of the attractions on here are all coasters, except for number 7, so that's another reason I'm most excited for these, because they're credits. I just don't want to mention that every time, but Dragonfly opened to the public in 2019 as a part of the Wildwood Grove expansion, and this is a Vekoma suspended coaster, and to be honest, this doesn't look too much like a family coaster. It looks like a thrill coaster, and I bet I'll be riding with some adults that are on it. I really like the green color scheme, and I think it looks nice. All of this new area looks nice, really, but it's going to be really exciting to ride this coaster, along with the Great Tree Swing right by. At number 7, we have my most anticipated flat ride of the trip, Dropline. This is a 230-foot tall gyro drop tower, manufactured by Funtime, and it's located in the Timber Canyon section of the park, so I'll make sure to definitely hit this up while I'm riding Thunderhead, Mystery Mine, and of course the legendary Whistlepunk Chaser. This is actually one of the taller drop towers in the nation, and I love a good drop tower, so I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. This will be the first gyro tower I do, and I can't wait to get some great views of the Smoky Mountains from the top of that thing. I'm really looking forward to this. At number 6 is Fire Chaser Express. This looks like a really cool family coaster. Well, actually, this looks like another thrill coaster. This and Roadrunner Express at Fiesta, Texas are going to be fighting each other, I know that. But Fire Chaser Express has a forwards launch and a backwards launch. I'm talking top thrill dragster, you need to keep your arms down launch. If you watch this thing off-ride, you can see how fast this thing really is. The train looks like a junior coaster train, but it looks abnormal on a coaster as fast as Fire Chaser Express. This will be a great coaster in the Wilderness Pass section, and I'll definitely hit it up along with Wild Eagle. I'll probably ride it more than once. We'll see. Speaking of Wild Eagle, here's another coaster in that section of the park in Wilderness Pass. This is a B&M wing coaster. I've only ridden one wing coaster, Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, and that ride is so much fun. I can't stand when people hate on it. The night rides on it are great, and hopefully I can get a night ride on this, along with some of the other rides in the park. So I originally had this at number 3 on this list, but I bumped it to number 5, just because I already know what to expect, kind of. It does have Vester strands, which don't bother me too much, but the drop it is unique for a wing coaster. Usually, wing coasters have wing over drops, but this one is straight, so I'm excited to see how that feels. I've heard the drop isn't as good, but I'm not going to judge it based off of what other people say. I've also heard people say it doesn't use the terrain it's given. It doesn't look like it used it to the full potential, but it still looks like they decently used it. I'm excited to ride the first wing coaster that opened in America. Number 4 is Mr. Iman, the Gerstlauer Eurofighter in the Timber Canyon part of Dollywood. This one is meant for families, but it's still a pretty extreme ride with its indoor section, the beyond vertical drop, and the aversion to end off the ride. I hear really mixed reviews about it, but mostly good. I hear it can be painful, but painful rides don't bother me unless it's on the collarbone, which it might be, I don't know. This will be my second Eurofighter after Tantrum, and it might be the most unique one out there. So Mr. Iman is high on my radar, and I'm pumped for it. We're down to the top 3, and number 3 is Tennessee Tornado, the Aerodynamics Custom Looper. This one will be my 4th, and it looks like the best, from the good airtime in the back, to the awesome looking inversions to the scenery, to the fact that Alan Schilke created it. I just can't wait. Now, it is on the shorter side, and I typically enjoy longer rides, but it's still going to be awesome, and I know I'm going to make sure I ride this a lot. It's hard to get footage of, but since I have 2 days at the park, I'll make sure I get some pretty epic and rare shots. I also think the color scheme is really cool, along with the theme. Just don't affect the ride, but I just wanted to throw that in there. We're down to the obvious top 2. At the poop spot, number 2 is Thunderhead. Of course, the older GCI Woody. This one gives you great footage. I'm super excited. But the ride experience looks awesome. This looks like a lower mid-tier GCI, and this will be my first GCI. Again, I've heard mostly good things about this ride, but still mixed reviews. Usually, it's rated the second best coaster in the park, and I believe it. I can't wait. I love wooden coasters, and I think it'll be my second favorite behind Ravine Flyer too, but it could even pass that. It's not really that well themed like most of the coasters at Dollywood, but doesn't really need it. Also, the station flyby will be my first, and it reminds me of Switchback, which might be weird, but I don't care. I'm super hyped for my first coaster by Great Coasters International. And number 1 is Lightning Rod.